Haribol, Haribol. Vancha kalpadibusha kripasindabevacha patitanam pavanibhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Welcome, dear devotees from Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you so desire, please empower our meeting today. My heartfelt obeisances to and welcome to His Holiness Kadambakanana Swami. Maharaj is one of the great leaders, generals of the Sankirtan movement all over the world. As far as I'm concerned, there's no problem that he cannot handle in the world. I have such great respect for Maharaj. And I'm deeply grateful that you are taking your time to join us today to give us some words of encouragement. To all the devotees, we are in the final days of the Live to Give Srila Prabhupada Marathon, and all over the world, devotees have been gathering like this, continent to continent. We've been meeting with the Russians, with the South Americans, with South Africans, and every continent of the world, actually. Everyone is up and going for the marathon now, pursuing the goal of distributing at least 2 million Bhagavad Gitas by January 7th, which is the end of the marathon and probably the start of another one. We're succeeding really by a lot of devotees each doing a little bit. Therefore, we titled today, not less than one, a little more than zero. Don't think that a small contribution, either by distributing some books, and it's amazing how much you can do by just thinking about it and trying. You'll be really surprised, actually. Especially on lockdown, we've been finding that it's much more fruitful, the book distribution now, than it has ever been. We're doing twice, 3 times bigger than before. Or through giving money for others to distribute books. Don't let that Lakshmi burn a hole in your bank account or in your pocket. It just becomes a burden unless you spend it on yajna. And third, advocacy. Advocacy is so important. If you just say a good word to others, even if you can't do the first 2, or even if you can, and you say, this is a good thing. It's a good idea. This is a genuine yajna, and so forth. So I invite His Holiness Kadambakanana Maharaj to address us all. And just please give us your association, some direction as far as the way we should be thinking and the way we can be aspiring during this marathon. Maharaj, my obeisances. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, my obeisances to you. And thank you so much for inviting me here and bringing me into this wonderful effort that you have come up with. This Live to Give is such a wonderful, just such a wonderful meditation. It's like, it sums it up, right? It really sums up what a Vaishnava is doing. A Vaishnava is just living for the welfare of the world, and somehow or other trying to uplift every living being. And of course, what we have to give is the great gift of mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which Srila Prabhupada so perfectly presented to us for the Western world, for the modern world. And of course, Srila Prabhupada gave us gave us many things. He gave us the temples, he gave us deities, he gave us a program. But the foundation of our Krishna consciousness is really found in his books. Without Srila Prabhupada's books, where would we where would we find conviction to carry on for a lifetime? Maybe we would become, for a moment, inspired by seeing a great festival. Maybe we would become uh, really enamored by uh, a lovely atmosphere in a temple. But then, after a while, it's necessary to find a deeper motivation. And that deeper motivation is found in uh, in Srimad Bhagavatam, in Bhagavad Gita, and and other major books like the Nectar of Devotion. I'm actually uh, during this week teaching the Nectar of Devotion in the Mayapur Institute. But it's a closed session only for people who follow a Bhakti Shastri course. So can't invite you. I'm so sorry. But it is so wonderful to actually read Srila Prabhupada's books. And I think that's where it begins.
मम्मी की मीटिंग चल रही है.
Uh, ah, so if we are actually reading Prabhupada's books, then there we find so much inspiration. And to then we realize that yes, this knowledge has to go to the entire world. So book distribution begins there. It begins with us finding the jewels in these mines of the scripture. And when we are finding that, yes, then it is very nice. In the Benelux, I remember that yes, in the days of yonder, there was one marathon when we had only Krishna books, nothing else. We had only Krishna books to distribute. And they were also sponsored, so they were cheap. And I remember being on that marathon. I was in the Benelux. I mean, I haven't spent that many years in the Benelux in my spiritual life, but that particular marathon, I was there. And oh, it was so nice. We were reading Krishna book the whole marathon, and we were just distributing Krishna book. And in the car, we would be reading Krishna book while we're going there. And then it was so simple and so direct, to just read about Krishna. And it was very, very nice. So that combination of actually entering into this transcendental knowledge and then distributing, that is how it works. That is where we'll find the strength and the inspiration. We must first go on a discovery, and of course that we do every day. Every day we are chanting early in the morning. We read early in the morning, and that gives us the inspiration. That gives us the transcendental energy. So in this way, book distribution is very, very amazing, because the times right now are very interesting, because the world is going through many changes, and suddenly people are very limited, very limited. All the varieties of sense gratification which are so widely available are now limited. And it is just a time when everyone feels the pinch. I also feel the limitations of the time. It's agitating the mind. So the whole world, everyone is in that agitated state of mind. And therefore, everyone is just ready for something different. And here it is. Here are these books. Yes, Vaisheshika Prabhu is a great visionary when it comes to book distribution, and uh, he has demystified book distribution, where we always thought, well, some people have the Shakti and others don't. And of course, it is true that some people can distribute books a bit more easy than others, but he also has demystified it by teaching some techniques. Uh, ask a question, he always said. A question is a hook. As long as you ask questions, you have people. You have people in connected. But what do we do now? Many devotees are worried about going on the street, and although in some countries the devotees are just going out in the streets and in Germany, but then governments create lockdowns, and the devotees also experience difficulties as the lockdowns were imposed. Um, but we also see, here we are on the internet, on Zoom. I saw Zoom being advertised on posters in New York before COVID, but I never paid attention to it. I said, forget it, right? Now, Zoom has become so much part of our life. This is only my second Zoom today, but Zoom is something that is always there. So here we are, and we can always create a little group, right, on the internet, invite some people, and just do a little Zoom presentation on the books. And suddenly the books will sell if we just invite people to join our Zoom meeting, and we'll just present, and we'll see. So there are many ways that we are exploring now that we didn't know before. Um, uh, Besides Zoom, there are other internet platforms. So the internet has become a new, a novel way for us to distribute books. And well, what can we say? The richest companies in the world are all related to the internet. Right? These are the giants, Amazon, Google, and so on. They are the giants, and they make their money through the internet. So the fact that our book distribution is going through the internet is very good. Um, One of the things I usually think is that uh, I usually ask devotees to buy books, right? And 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 then they distribute. It's not that we just discuss, okay, let's all distribute books. That's not enough. That's nice. That creates a nice mood, but I want to go a little more practical, and I would like everyone to take books, right, and to somehow or other distribute them. How you distribute, that depends on you. Some will sell, some will give away, some will leave them in the doctor's waiting room. That's all fine, You, every one of us has our unique contacts. Every behind all of us, there are people that uh, that us don't know. So we can reach. We have our own circle of influence, so we can reach so many people. So let us somehow or other take books, and at least, yes, if we can get some donations for them, then we can get more books. But if we don't get donations, then all right, we can also just give them to deserving people. And in this way, because just on this, I see now 4 pages, right, on this So 4 pages is about 100 people. So, okay, if you have 100 people who would just say, we all take 25 books, then you have 2,500 books, just like that. Simple calculations like that. I think, so what I suggest is that we all take a pledge. I will take so many books, and uh, if Vaisheshika Prabhu likes the idea, we can pick it up and take it from there, and together just uh, sponsor some books and then distribute them. And I think in this way, uh, I don't know where we stand towards 2 million books. That we would hear from Vaisheshika Prabhu. He may have a better idea. Uh, when he was, when I saw this live to give 2 million Bhagavad Gitas, I go like, okay, uh, he sets the bar high, right? I mean, for the world in the middle of COVID, here is Vaisheshika, and he sets the bar really high, bold. And I will not talk too much longer because I feel when it comes to book distribution, Vaisheshika Prabhu is the man who um, can take it to another level. But definitely, more than ever, in this time when people are under a lot of mental pressure, they need relief, and will be surprised how many people right now are willing to take books that at other times might not have taken, too busy. But now they'll take. Um, if we just present here, this is something, you know, something deeper meaning to life, how you actually find inspiration within yourself. In this time when we're all cut off from so many things, we need to learn to find more inspiration in ourselves. Here it is. Here is the book that will guide us along. So, in this way, this time is actually very favorable for book distribution. And I think we can, well, since I just heard that the marathon is going till the 7th of January, then it's not over yet. Then there's still 3 more weeks to go, right? That's substantial, right? So we can all make a plan of how we can partake, make a contribution. That would be very nice. I'm working with Mariska, who's somewhere here, on selling 50 sets in the Dutch language, 50 Bhagavatam sets. And we have been doing a few already. And I would like, some of the Dutch people who do not yet have a Bhagavatam set. It's very, very, very cheap. It's very cheap. 140 euros for a Bhagavatam set in Dutch with the 10th, up to the 10th canto included. The last 2 cantos are not translated yet, so that will come in the future. You may have to buy separate. But 140 euros is dirt cheap. So, yes, that should definitely.
Rati Manjari just said she would like to order a set in Dutch.
Hey, great. Mariska, you please write it down, right? You're the secretary there. Yes, that's very good. So if anyone else would like to order another set, that would be really, really good. And I see some people from South Africa who have joined us. They can also understand the Dutch, because after all, Afrikaans and Dutch are so close that even when you're South African, you can buy a Dutch set as well, and we'll ship it for you, no problem. Yeah. Or you can sponsor a set and then we'll pass it on
Tirumala Mataji also taking a set.
Oh, look at that.
Hari Hari Bol.
She's from South Africa, by the way.
Yeah, we know her well.
Yes.
She's been a part of the international team helping spread this all over the world.
Yeah.
In amazing ways. Her videos have been very helpful in her.
Yeah, she's super creative.
Yeah.
She is really wonderful. Yeah.
So confirmation, he said this is, say, Devanshi says, thank you for confirmation. We set a goal of 1,008 for ISKCON Indianapolis. Unfortunately, not many people came. Indianapolis. Is that in is that in Belgium? We're hearing from people from around the world. Thank you very much, Maraj. When it comes to exemplifying the books, you're my go-to devotee. Thank you. And I like your suggestions. I like your points about everyone has a unique market. We're finding that to be very true. Also, I think it's helpful when each devotee takes a little responsibility on his or her head, and you divide it up amongst many. I'm going to, with your permission, Marj, I'll show a little paradigm that we find to be very effective in the book distribution, if I may. And while I'm speaking, somebody keep track of all the pledges that are coming in, because some, like Astasakti, are asking for pay terms. Others are sponsoring more sets, Bhargava and Shobhamai, etc. Marj, permission? Okay. So now I'm going to share my screen for a moment. And what we're finding everywhere is that by setting a goal, the power comes. It's like flipping a switch and the electricity comes in. No goal, no power. It's a risk, obviously. And it's a little nerve-wracking because the tendency for all the organs in the body and including the brain is to stay in a comfort zone, almost on sleep mode. And when I set a goal, I have to wake up and say, how am I going to do this? But it's where all growth takes place. And it's a very exciting place to live. So don't be afraid to set a goal. What kind of goal? Not less than 1 and a little more than 0. And if you can do that, then the energy will start to move. The number is inconsequential, actually, because you can always do more. But the point is what gets you moving. It's setting the goal. So don't be afraid to set a small goal and pursue it. And you'll see what I'm talking about, how the energy comes in. The second part, once you set the goals, to pray hard. Get on your knees and pray. And remember Advaita Acharya. He started the Sankirtan movement by prayer. He sat before his deities and cried out, loud cries, so loud that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard him. And he personally descended and started the Sankirtan movement. So always pray, continue to pray, keep asking Chaitanya Mahaprabhu how to help, how he can help you. Srila Prabhupada said, if you get an order from your spiritual master and you can't see how to do it, he said, if it seems impossible, he said, then keep asking this question, how can I do? How can I do? How can I do? Keep the prayer going constantly. Next is work methodically. Don't worry about the result. Just do what you can right now, the simplest thing that you can do next. And if you keep moving towards that, you're going to find that processes that you weren't aware of before will become available to you. Facilities that you didn't think were there or could be there will become available to you. That's the great mystery and excitement of the Sankirtan movement, is everything starts from a goal and a prayer. And then if you work towards it methodically, Lord Chaitanya is a capitalist. He will supply the capital. That's how the Krishna conscious movement started in the West, with Srila Prabhupada, without any so-called facility materially, but then he made a goal, he made the prayer, he worked methodically, and it manifested by Lord Chaitanya's mercy. Next is record what works well. Just write it down. Make sure you write these things down, what worked well and where there's room for improvement. Because our goal in the Krishna consciousness movement is to go on preaching unlimitedly. So the way we preach unlimitedly is we make little teeny improvements every month. And when you do that, then everyone feels that they're on a winning team and they want to do more than they have to. So remember this. This is the most important point, and Maharaj made it today, that make a goal yourself individually. There's 100 devotees on the call. There's thousands more that will watch this afterwards. So take it upon yourself. I did it the other day. We needed to do 8,000 more books in the next week. Our goal here was 50,000 books, 50, not books, but 50,000 Bhagavad Gitas and other books as well. And we were short, so I said, I'll do 20 cases. So as soon as I said that, I said, oh, well, I have to do it. So that's when I started thinking, how can I do? How can I do? How can I do? And lo and behold, I started asking people, how can I do? How can I do? And it came to manifest. But if I didn't open my mouth and say, yes, I will do, then no goal, no power. And I'll just be sadly sitting there lamenting the pandemic, lamenting how unadvanced I am, lamenting how nobody thinks the way I do. Boo-hoo. Just make a goal and move forward. So don't complain, chant, and set a goal. Assume it can be done. This is very important for the Sankirtan movement. Assume it can be done. Don't think, oh, we only did 500 last year. We did 5,000. That's all we can do because that's what we figure. That's not how the Sankirtan movement works. Anything can happen. So think big and assume it can be done. Do some calculation about a reasonable goal that's a stretch. Don't say something that is so absurd that you can't do it. But do something that stretches you and then assume it can be done because it's true. I can tell you from our temple here in California, in the last 15 years, we've never missed a goal, ever. And so many times I thought, how are we going to do it this time? So if you assume it can be done, then you'll start to see the answers. This means have Jaladuta consciousness. Step on your Jaladuta, whether it's one book, remember not less than one and a little more than zero, step on. Do something bold. And what's bold for one person may seem like milquetoast for another, but it doesn't matter. It's you and your relationship with Lord Chaitanya that matters, and get on your Jaladuta, whatever it may be. And as we're doing this together as a team, right now we have a global team and we're all in this together going towards the 2 million Gitas. It's most important how we do, not what we do. What we do is it's arbitrary. 2 million is an arbitrary number. We could have said any number, but we calculated, we said, yeah, we could do that if we all work together in the planet. And how we do it together, the mood that we're in while we're doing it, that's the most important. Kadvanga consciousness, as Maharaj just expressed now, you have till the 7th, right? Your goal there is something like 20,000 Gitas. And somebody said to me, I was on a BBT call, said, I don't even think they have 20,000 Bhagavad Gita. Well, let's figure it out and do something, whatever we can to hit the 20,000. And it's like, oh, it's too late. No, have Katvanga consciousness. Do what you can with the time you have. You may be surprised. Katvanga only had 1 minute. He found out just at the last second that, you're going to die now. And he said, okay, I'll take full advantage. So be Katvanga. Team goals are more important than individual accomplishments. We're finding this all over the world, that the more you emphasize the team, all of us together. In fact, we don't even report individual scores where I come from. We never have. We're all about the teams. And when you do that, then more people want to be involved, because everyone can do their little part, not less than 1, a little more than 0. And if everyone contributes, then it goes towards the team, and it comes out to be a lot. So we have lots of help. We're sharing best practices from all over the world through the BBT marketing team. You can contact us at info@bbtbooks.org. There's tons of information and help to bring you. And I have more to present here today as far as specifics go, but I just wanted to give those basic principles to start with. And I want to ask Jadharani if she would comment for a couple minutes about what the goal is, because, one thing more I'll show you before Jadharani speaks is a map, because Maharaj asked about the map or the goals, or he alluded to it anyway. And I just want to give you a bird's eye view of what's going on right now in the world, if I may. Oops. Okay. Right now, on the world scene, 170 countries are involved in this marathon together. 170 communities, that is within 43 countries. Right now, we're just inching towards our goal of 2 million. A little more to go. I think that you all can push us over the edge, along with a couple other areas in the world. It matters what you do. It's a big deal, actually. These things are going to, what you do is going to make a difference. You see the world and the different goals. Here's a look at India pledges. We've been in touch with every region of India separately, and they've all calculated what they can do, and they're going for it. This is a look at the United States and the different places around the world. You see some have very modest goals, some have more ambitious goals, but it's all up to each individual's capacity. And it's all good, everything counts. Okay, so later I'll go into a few other points, the specifics, but let's hear from Jadharani. I hear there's a written goal somewhere of 20,000 Bhagavad Gitas. Is that true?
Yeah.
Tell us more about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm very enthusiastic about it. That you said the goal is not so important. But I mean, for me, it was more kind of, I thought it as an opportunity to engage a lot of devotees that I came in contact throughout the years. And then I thought it's a wonderful opportunity. It's to make it possible to come in contact with this service and to get the taste of this kind of giving Krishna consciousness to others. So for me, it was like more engaging others, engaging people that I know. And it's really working. It's wonderful to see that. It is it's very easy to relate to that if it is presented in a doable way. So this was like the internal goal. This is the most important. And I'm kind of, I mean, like internally, I always think about, trying to connect to people who are nearby. So it's more, I find it very important, the people who are living around us, the villages and the whoever comes in contact, whoever comes to the temple, come in contact with this activity, and not only just distributing, but also reading the books together. So we have more and more possibilities, or more and more set up for devotees to sit and read and study together. And so the books are becoming more and more important by distributing them and by studying them, by learning them. So, and how to distribute them, I just, I basically it's kind of surprising the way it happens. And then I just, I'm not as structured as I'm supposed to be, but this is it's getting better. I'm very inspired by the way, but what I hear from devotees, how they're doing, and then I think that we're getting more and more clear about what we have to do. So we distributed quite a lot of books. I mean, for me, a lot of books, but not 20,000 yet. But I hope it was going to happen. Is a plan.
Okay. So you do have a number. That's what I was asking for, 20,000?
I do have a number, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once there's a number, there's a possibility, especially by dividing it up. Many years ago, when I was thinking about the prospects of reading all of Prabhupada's books, I thought, this seems impossible. They're too long. I also looked at a page in one of Prabhupada's books and said, that's too thin. How am I going to get to the end by just turning one thin page at a time? And then I decided to divide up the books by their pages. And then I found out that, wow, if I just divide it up, then I can do it. 41 pages a day, you finish the whole Bhagavatam in 1 year. Then you know what it is. I want to thank you very much, Radharani, for your vision and goal setting, and also encouragement for reaching out to local people. I want to show a couple of ways that devotees have been distributing books. I'm looking on the slide deck here. What do we have, Shamahini, that's going to indicate the some of the techniques? I'm not seeing it in this deck. Oh. Shamahini?
I can check, Prabhu. I can check, Prabhu.
Okay, so I'll just tell you right now, and if the crew finds some of the ways to show you, then you'll be able to see it directly. One way we've had a lot of success is by using the telephone. When you call people on the phone, there is a script, and we can give you the script. It's really easy, so you don't have to think. All you have to do is read the script and just be friendly and tell people what you're doing and that you're offering books. And we've been able to successfully distribute tens of thousands of books by the phone. Now, then you might say, well, I'm afraid to pick up the phone. So the way that we've overcome that is by meeting together. You see this Zoom room we're all looking at now. We have what we call calling parties. And each one of the calling parties, there's several devotees, up to 50 or 60 or 100, that get together like this. And then we're on the mute, but we can see each one of the other devotees calling on the phone. And they're calling lists of people and offering them books. We come off mute at regular intervals to report what's going on or ask questions to the rest of the group. And we also keep in the chat box links so that everybody has links to where people can make payments, and also how they can, or what the scripts are, so you can read a script while you're going. So I'll show you, if I can here, what a Zoom room looks like. Is that why you gave me that link just now? It's in here.
The link on the chat window is a quick start guide to a calling party.
Okay.
So if anybody wants how to do a calling party.
We're also finding through social media, just contacting people, social media. Here we go. I'll show you what a calling party looks like. Hold on. This is an actual photo of a calling party. You might notice that the devotees look a little distracted because they're not looking at the speaker. They're each one of them individually calling somebody. And in 2 hours, 3 hours together like this, just calling and taking energy from each other, The devotees were able to sell thousands of books in one outing. And let's just see if there's any questions. And also, Maharaj, if since it's late also, and I know you have a very tight schedule, at any time, if you need to go, we'll completely understand that, if you need to drop off. Okay, let's see if there are questions. Or you can just tell us what your realizations are so far, or what any kind of, oh, here we are. How to cultivate desire for doing books, how to increase the desire. Well, hopefully hearing from Maharaj today will have done that. Rati Manjari asks, where's the script for the calling party? We'll put it up here on the chat box for you. You can also unmute and express yourselves. Can you unmute, or are you all locked in? Monisha, are they locked up?
No, Maharaj, they can unmute.
Okay. Let's hear from some of you, any of the realizations you have or any of the obstacles that you're facing. We need to hear some voices if possible.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
It's Rachel. And I wanted to just say thank you all so much. And also, I really appreciated what Maharaj said about, reading the books. There's something that happens, and also, that, and in this time, like, people are more, I think maybe more in need and also more open to receiving something different. And I feel that, and I'm really grateful for being reminded of that. And I'm really super inspired. There's a community between a coffee shop and a Sonic, and it's got 20, 25 houses. So it's very small. It's something that I don't have to take on. It's just, I'll go, and a lot of the community walks in the evening, and I'll just go with a few books, and I'll just speak to the community there and just, approach them like that, rather than, take on a bigger, I've gone into different neighborhoods and knocked on the doors and stuff like this. So, I've kind of scoped it out, and it doesn't seem very overwhelming. So yeah, I just wanted to say that and thank everybody so much for this opportunity.
Thanks, Rachel. That was invaluable, I must say. I want to show you now that I found the spot in the deck about lockdown strategies, because during COVID, this is a very reasonable way to distribute books. So calling parties and social media, Shastra Dana, which means fundraising during the pandemic. It means everyone can donate something, and then there are ways to place the books. And World Gita Day, this is a huge event coming up on the 25th. We're having a worldwide Zoom that will go on for more than 24 hours around the world to every time zone. And you can work towards that. So calling parties have been extremely popular and helpful. Here's a video we made at the beginning of the pandemic that kind of gives you the mood and spirit of the calling party.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Swati here from Dallas. So one contact, they will take Krishna book 4-volume set, and they are asking for one catalog for all the books available.
So two more sets, Malini.
Big job, Sukesh, baby.
Mati, I was just wondering, they said that they wanted to take a CC set. I was just wondering do we just ship it to their home?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. I'll just ask Prabhu for his address.
Thank you, Srivastava.
I'm so happy. Amazing. That's really wow.
Mata, she's recording this. I want to know how he did the CC.
He did not let me record.
So it's just a matter of organizing a calling party. And the way we got contacts is that it would turned out there are lots of contacts lying around that we hadn't followed up on. And also we're finding that professionals like real estate agents have been really open to taking Bhagavad Gitas, especially based on its universal appeal. Other kinds of businesses like some shops, they'll take Gitas and they'll put them in the shops. And then listing payment options and creating packages, which means mix together a few books and other kinds of things that people might be interested in, devotional items. Call people up and reach out on social media. If you look on social media and you see anybody with like an Om sign sitting on their desk or something like that, you can instant message them and just say, hey, we saw that you've got an Om, or we saw you're into yoga. We have some books we're offering during the lockdown and they're for donations. Here's kids did hundreds of Bhagavatam sets. Here's just an example, a live film of one of the kids distributing during the lockdown by Zoom.
So let's say I opened it, and so basically this here, that's that's the translation. Everything else is, there is the English, Sanskrit, and then
This Advait, he's been distributing books since he was a little kid, or since he was a baby, actually. And just in this lockdown, he sold dozens of sets, just calling people on Zoom and showing them the books and so forth. So that's been working well. So do you have questions, or do you have any feedback that you'd like to give?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Shri Shikha Prabhu and Maharaj and all the devotees. I'm so happy to see you reach out to our yatra and spread the Sankirtan bliss and connect us. So I'm very grateful. Thank you for that. And we need to get in touch with the new techniques. So thank you for making it very achievable and inspiring that even a child can do it. So why not me? Why not everybody? So thank you for that. I was wondering if we have any scores that we want to transmit. Where should we do that?
Shamahini?
Yes, Guru. Scores can be sent on prabhupadmarathon.com. I will put up the link in the chat window. We have a live tracker so that all communities can report how they're doing and also see what's happening around the world. You can create an account for your center, and then you can report the scores.
And is this only Bhagavad Gita's or all kinds of books?
For the marathon, for the Live to Give campaign, right now the tracker only shows Bhagavad Gita, but our team is working on expanding the live tracker for all of the books, and that will be launched soon as well.
Okay, thank you.
How many communities are on the call in Belgium? And is it just Belgium that's on the call? Can we identify the
Here is
separate
also
communities?
Germany.
Germany.
Yes.
Haribol.
Greetings from Simhachalam, Germany, Prabhu.
Greetings, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Yeah, we have been also busily distributing books and also traveling. We have done so far 16,000 books in the last 4 weeks. And with your inspiration, especially, nothing can stop us. And also some of us spread the news that one can also make these phone calls, and some of our Sankirtan devotees were then in the free time when they were in the van or driving, calling up friends and other friends, or some like us also who were stuck here in the temple who couldn't go out. We also tried calling, but now I saw your presentation about calling parties, and that's also very nice and like kind of some fun that everybody can join in. And just the excitement of hearing somebody call somebody else, it's pretty fun actually. So yeah, it's some nice idea of what one could try to do.
Great to see you too, Gaur Mohan Prabhu. And yeah, here's a mantra everyone can repeat. Are you all ready? Say yes.
Yes.
Okay, repeat after me. Book distribution.
Book distribution
is fun and easy.
It's fun and easy.
Haribol.
Fun and easy.
So I would like to fulfill Maharaj's desires, because this is where I'm finding the power comes from those exalted leaders who are showing us the way in Krishna consciousness and are advocating. And if we pick up, their mood and whatever they say, then we can be successful despite whatever we think we can or cannot do. And so I think I heard Maharaj say that at least it's the Belgium Yatra. If you could make some pledge, if you think about it, and just, even if it's not less than 1 and more than 0, and you can, is it possible to think about a number and say, yes, we can do something more than 0 and not less than 1? Would that be exhilarating, or is it intimidating? How are you all feeling? Exhilarating or intimidating, or both? Or can you tell the difference between the two?
I think we already did. We distributed 2,000 books, I think, in the last few weeks. So I don't know how many. What goal we can set now. I don't know.
Well, what do you think? What is your opinion?
If
you did 2,000 in the last couple of weeks, how were they done, Mataji?
No, we were working from Radhadesh. I don't know. We just
from Radhadesh.
But no, I'm working with Jadurani.
Oh.
So I don't know what kind of.
So you've already done 2,000 books. So what were the ways that those books went out?
Yeah, the most went by boxes. So first I'm not used to do this kind of sellings, but in the past I was thinking about 1 Bhagavad Gita, and now I think about 1 box. So that is the difference we made. So if you think about 1 Bhagavad Gita, on the moment it's the same as 1 box. So it's just, that is a different way of thinking, no?
It is a different way of thinking. Always sell in bunches like bananas. If you can sell 1, you can sell a bunch. And this is really how Many books are going out as by the caseload. And once the cases go out, then people individually can be empowered to distribute to their smaller networks locally.
So you don't ask people if they want to buy one Bhagavad Gita, you just ask if they want to have a box so they can distribute the box. So this is just the mindset.
Well, that's true, yes. Oftentimes, for instance, I mentioned real estate agents. Somehow or other, they're very interested in taking multiple books. They give them to their clients. And so we found that all over North America, there are real estate agents, and they're donating $500, $1,000 and more, and taking multiple cases in order to give them out. We also found Indian stores were very interested, especially during Diwali. They bought thousands of books, which we packaged up. Is there a video to show also how we made gift packs, Monisha?
Yes, Maharaj.
Monisha's going to share screen and show, just a tutorial about some of the ways that we've been doing this.
Everybody has their name there, and I'm there as
That gives you an idea of, that was one innovation during we're actually under a very intense lockdown right now, but we can go around to neighbors and give these packages. We got a really powerful reciprocation as the cards are there so people can follow up with us, and they loved it. We got lots of gifts back from neighbors who said that it really changed their life getting these. So, and you saw that there were a few things that went into the package, and they're nice. And so that's what I mean by packaging them together. That was one idea. So one way that in a community you can be really successful and in reaching a bigger goal is to decide together that, okay, well, we're at 2,000 now, and we've got till the 7th. So that means how many days do you have left? Any rocket scientists or mathematicians? Anybody take calculus?
14.
14, that's a lot. Let's just say if you were to go for 1,000 more, how many books would you have to do per day? Is that same calculus major on the call right now? Any rocket scientists can tell us? If you were to do 1,000 more between
71.
now and 71 books a day?
Yes, Maharaj.
Thank you very much. 71 books a day. And let's just say, well, there's 84 people on the call, and let's say 70 71 of them are from are from Belgium. How many would that be per person? We need your help again. Whichever rocket scientist it is, I can't tell.
5,964.
But how many per person?
If 71 people did it, then each one would have to do 14 or 15 so that we reach 1,000.
14 or 15. Okay. Is that possible? I'm just asking if it's possible or impossible. I'm not sure. Because I'll have to get my dictionary and look and see if it's possible or impossible. So, I mean, if everyone takes a small goal, something that you feel is more than 0 and not less than 1, and you just take it upon yourself, and somebody can collect up the pledges, then you'll have some movement towards the next number, which, like I say, it's inconsequential what that number is. Just the point is that, you're moving towards a particular goal. And since we're running towards the end of this program, I'm going to take a little guidance here about how we'd like to leave this. And, just what do you think would be the most advantageous way to leave this? First checking, I'm not sure if Maharaj had to drop off. He may have. But let's see what your thoughts are about moving forward. Do we have any comments or pledges?
Hare Krishna, dear Vaisheshika Prabhu.
Yes.
This is Jagadananda from Zimbabwe.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. It's been really, really such a pleasure to watch and be part of it. And just to know that the devotees all around the world are so enthusiastically engaged. It just gives us hope here, and who are just trying to do something small as well. So one just realization or struggle that we had this side in Zimbabwe was the predominance of Christian enthusiasts, I'll call them. And so when we did try to distribute books with them, there's a lot of resistance in one sense. And so much so that there was one young lady that we gave some books to, and upon her mother or her aunt saw these books, she told them to return them to us because they were not suitable for their religious practice. So this girl was a little disheartened, but we did send her some ebooks instead, so she could just keep them private without her parents having to see them. So that's one method that I also would like to recommend to the devotees, ebooks. We've also had to share one or two with a few others who desired more books after we had given them 1 or 2 books on the street, and they had gotten in contact with us and they desired more books, but we were already out of the city. So we just sent them some ebooks. So I think ebooks is a very nice strategy, especially moving into this time that we are in right now. I think that's the little I can share.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, ebooks are an option in many places. You have to check on your local situation. We did a lot of ebooks during the lockdown. And also just the idea that there's a custom fit for each person. We just have to be open and fluid and think, how can I reach the next person and offer them something that will be helpful for them. And especially during this time, as Maharaj mentioned, people are very open. Well, what I suggest is that if you would like more assistance in any way, anyone who heard this today, who felt like, yes, I could do something more than 0 and not less than 1. I'd like to be part of this. And you would like a little assistance or help in the way of materials, guidance, please contact us. The links are there in the chat box. Also, it would be nice if you decide to organize like a follow-up calling party. Those of you who are interested and you just want to try it, do something bold and get on a calling party and just try something. You have 14 days to test out a few things and see if you can do a little more than 0 and not less than 1 on a calling party. I don't know. It sounds exhilarating to me. Try something and you'll find that you have a breakthrough. What do you all think about that? I'd just like to hear from any of you if you think you'd like to reconvene after this call. Is there a reconvener who would take names and pull together 1 or 2 or 5 or 10, whoever wants to get together and try it? Or just get together and brainstorm and say, what can we do in the next 15 days? That's all that's.
In Germany, we'll try to do something.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Prabhu. 15 days or 14 days is a lot of time. You could, in Katvanga consciousness, you can move mountains in 14 days. We've seen that. We saw it during the Bhadra Purnima. We were just a couple of weeks out with no idea how we were going to reach a 10,000 sets of Bhagavatam goal in Bhadra Purnima. And we just had calls like this all over the world. And by the end, we had done 25,000 sets. So I don't know how it happened except by Lord Chaitanya's mercy, but you can do it. Just remember Katvanga and Lord Chaitanya. Thank you. How about from Belgium? Just the idea, what do you think of reconvening after this call, a group, and seeing if you can make the next level? Yes?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I am Surya Kanya from Radhadesh.
Yes.
And so I'm a mother and so I have lots to do here, but still sometimes we go and we give to shops, when we go shopping, then we give it to them. And recently I gave some to some shops and they were so happy to receive the books. I was really even shocked myself how happy they were to get the Bhagavad Gita and a higher taste. And I'm just wanting to ask you, I would like to call maybe a hospital or otherwise the old people's houses to ask if maybe they're even the people who are still can read, or if they can get one, or maybe the the nurses or the doctors, they can get one. And so I want to ask how I should do this because I'm a little bit shy. I don't know how to do this actually.
Yes, shy is good for book distribution. People like that very much. We have a team here we can put you in contact with. Shah Mohini will hook you up. We're doing huge in hospitals all over the world. They do love books. They have sections for it. They give them out to their patients. You can get connected officially to the hospital and they'll take many, many copies and they actually take them around to the patients. So Shah Mohini, can you get her connected to the hospital crew out here? Yeah, they'll tell you how to do it. And
I'm also connected with Yadurani because actually she's the one who's getting many donations, Yadurani Mataji, your disciple. And so, and then she gives books to me and like that. So
what is your name?
Surya Kanya Devidasi.
Surya Kanya Devidasi, we need you. You're a powerful voice in this Sankirtan. I can tell, I can feel it. So please circle back, have a meeting and brainstorm every single way. And any questions you have, call us up. We'll get people on the line to assist you, even go with you electronically, do whatever you want to bring you to whatever goal your heart is set on. So you all decide on your goal, but I would suggest that if you make it a little bit higher than 2,000 and look for something more that would kind of shock the world, like 10,000. Mm-hmm. That's only 8,000 more books, and you got 14 days to do it if you divide it up amongst everybody in the community. And remember, kids rock. 15 years ago, I took out 5-5-year-olds as an experiment, and I found out that kids are huge. And we have now Monisha, how many kids on the Sankirtan team? She grew up selling books door to door. Here's Monisha.
In ISV, I think about 70 kids.
70 kids go out on book distribution?
Maybe
How
more.
is it?
It's very fun. We learn a lot by looking at going door to door, and also from all of the senior devotees who are book distributing.
Monisha, did any of the kids that you know sell books, or did you sell books over the phone during the pandemic?
Yes, Marge, many of the kids have taken on this initiative, and they've phoned many people stating that they're doing a voluntary service, and they're preserving, or they're, for Bhagavatam, they'll say that they're preserving the Vedas, and also for Bhagavad Gita, they've been going door to door and just putting, of course with safety, putting the books on each door and helping out in little ways that they can.
Monisha, what did it feel like when you sold a book over the phone?
Over the phone, it felt amazing because they would talk about how kids our age, most likely in the world and outside, they don't see this. So when they're seeing kids like us who talk about the Bhagavad Gita and life in such an optimistic manner, but at the same time so realistic, they're often surprised, and they always reciprocate their gratitude. I've seen many times, which I think is more inspiring for us to continue.
You feel a lot of gratitude coming back, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I'll tell you one thing, it hasn't stunted the growth of the kids here at ISV. They become very powerful by engaging in book distribution. So I just say one of the main reasons to do it is what it makes of us to take the risk to go into an unknown area, calling on the phone or whatever, and just learning to suspend your sense of fear and just trying it. Okay.
Prabhu,
Yes. Yes, Rati Manjari, Hare Krishna.
I know I want to do this and I should do this, and I'm just rusty and in tamas. So I request you to bless me that I can also at least help with the next level. I'm from Holland, from Amsterdam. So anybody in Holland on the phone, on the call, I can see you. Some of them I know, some not. Please, let me know. You can find me on Facebook, or you can type your name now if you want to come into a calling party, some kind of or a brainstorm session, which I will organize. Don't know how.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please empower Rati Manjari and her team to excel in distributing books on the lockdown. Thank you for considering our request. Hare Krishna. Gaur Premanande Haribo. I think, this is the next step, is just those of you who would like to rally around Jadharani and around Rati Manjari, whoever wants to step up and hold a brainstorming session. There's no obligation there. Just get on the call and do set it up. Like Rati, you can do it soon, right? And Yadharani, you can join together, have a brainstorming call, and everybody get on it who wants to, and just talk about what are some of the ways that we can do this. And then pick a number and say, we're going to try for this. Try this thing, set a goal, and see what it makes of you to achieve it. It will change your lives. It will change your yatras. And I heard Maharaj say it's something that he's very, very much keen on. It'll bring great joy to the heart of a Vaishnav. That's my opinion. Anything else we're missing here, Shamohini? World Gita Day, anything like that?
Yes. World Gita Day is coming up in less than 27 hours to be precise. We're starting off with events in Australia. And what I feel all the communities around the world have been doing is they're using it as a point in time to encourage devotees or friends who want to contribute towards the distribution of 2 million Gitas, because their names will be offered in this fire sacrifice at Kurukshetra, which is the very place where the Bhagavad Gita was spoken. So you can encourage people to take advantage of the opportunity to contribute to the Bhagavad Gita distribution, and you can then offer their names. I noticed that there were some questions in the chat, and because the volume was high, so it's possible that we may have missed some questions. I'm posting in the contact information. We're standing by to help you or assist in any way. Please feel free to get in touch with us, and we're there to assist however we can. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Since I started telling people about the 2 million Bhagavad Gita goal and World Gita Day, I have godbrothers and people calling me from all over the place saying, I'd like to help. I'd like to be part of it. Just in the last 2 days, 2 separate godbrothers called me and just out of the blue offered $1,000 each, saying, please count me in. The last thing, Vineet, you can share, go quickly, because we're holding everybody really late into the night, I think, over there in Europe.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Dhanyavad
Hare Krishna.
Just quickly sharing my screen. Can I get permission to share screen?
This is from Seattle, Washington.
Yes, Maharaj. So,
Okay.
Maharaj, many congregation members are scared of going door to door as well to go and meet new people. But guess what? Most people are making a lot of Amazon and UPS deliveries. So, what if you just put a table outside your house and put a nice little poster here saying, hey, books on us, food on us. Of course, instead of chips, you can put offered bananas and water. And we are finding this to be like amazing. There was this a video of a UPS guy coming and like picking up several books. He was just like looking at all these books over here, and he picked up bunches of books, including several Bhagavad Gitas. I hope you can see it. And then so I feel that this is an amazing idea where congregations don't need to go outside and distribute books. They can just set a table outside their house, put a nice poster saying, books are on us, Merry Christmas, please take as many as you want. And this is an amazing contactless way. We've distributed already, like over the last 1 week, 24 Bhagavad Gitas just using this technique. And now every congregation member wants a box for themselves, at least, and they're all setting up tables outside their house, and they're making all these UPS Amazon deliveries anyways to their house. So all these delivery people who are humble and very nice, they come and take these books. I just wanted to share that. Hare Krishna.
Vineet, that's brilliant. And Prabhupada told us in 1975, every devotee has his or her own genius how to do this. If you just try, then Krishna within the heart, he said, then the master within the heart will show you how to do it. Thank you for sharing. That was very powerful. That is one way that came out of the genius of the devotees, that you can do more, a little more than 0 and not less than 1. Any last words from the Belgium Yatra?
Haribol.
Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna.
Hari
Hello.
Krishna.
This
Haribol.
is Bhakta Robi from the Netherlands, actually.
Yes.
Yes, hello. There are like little street libraries all over town here. So you can go around town and put a Bhagavad Gita in there. Normally you take a book and you leave a book. But if you leave a Bhagavad Gita in there and you check regularly if it's gone, you can refill it actually. And if you go all over town, then you are actually spreading Bhagavad Gita like that.
This Bhakta Rabi?
Yes.
Please contact us afterwards. We'd like to hook you up with the international team for the Little Home Libraries, LHL. I just had a Little Free Libraries, LFL. We just had a meeting yesterday morning. There's 42,000 of those in America. And there's a devotee named Bhakta Hal who has a software product that he sells, that he's applying to it. It's called Root Savvy. And it figures out, you put in the information, then he knows where all of the 42,000 are and the quickest routes to get to him. And so there's a team here and also in Australia filling up those little boxes and you can do it there also. And it would be nice if you joined the team. Would you be up for it?
Yeah, sure.
You're hired. You're hired. Okay. So contact Shamahini, get his contact information. You can scope it out over there and help to spearhead the initiative. That's definitely a way you could do more than 0 and not less than 1. What do you think? Anuradha Devidasi, what is your opinion? I want to hear from you because there's an effulgence behind you indicating that you're empowered.
I would like to thank all the devotees and you, Vaisheshika Prabhu and Namakana Swami. And I will try to cooperate with Radha Dashayatra. I'm part of Radha Dashayatra actually, and I'm inspired and enthusiastic, but I will see and I will ask what is the plan, like how can we distribute books.
Oh, that's brilliant. The words you say, I would like to cooperate. That's the whole thing right there. That's Sarvadharma Parityaja Mamikam Sharanam. Just say, I'd like to cooperate, and Lord Chaitanya will do the rest. I guarantee you're going to do huge. At least more than 0 and not less than 1. Go for it.
Thank you.
You
Please
can lead a lot
bless
of
me.
devotees. Please go for it. I've taken so much of your time and we're way over, but I couldn't help it. We try to get a lot done within a short amount of time. And I deeply appreciate, I'm just checking to make sure there's nothing else I should tell everybody.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
I'm Ratnavali Devidasi.
Hari Hari.
Hari. I think I'm the only one that is representing Brussels community here. So I think I have to speak something. And I would like to compromise in sponsoring 1 box of Bhagavad Gitas.
Haribol!
For giving to the community there in Brussels to distribute, because I cannot distribute here where I live because it's a small city and I don't speak Dutch yet. So it's a little difficult. But I think that if I give to a box to the community in Brussels, I think they will be able to distribute.
I think so too. And I think that's a brilliant idea through cooperation. Ratnavali, I think that's a really smart idea. If the devotees can do that, as I said at the beginning, if you have Lakshmi somewhere in a bank account under your mattress or something like that, give it right now, some of it anyway, to do more than 0, not less than 1, to help expand the marathon and hit some numbers. That's brilliant. Thank you. So that's one case, definitely, that we increased by on this call for sure.
Opportunity.
Thank you for all the work that you're doing on our data team also. It's very helpful.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so as far as the takeaways go, we have a couple of brainstorming sessions that are going to take place. Can you say the times or the dates when devotees might be able to congregate? Since we have 14 days left, this probably the sooner the better. What are you thinking, Jadharani, Rati Manjari, or anybody else? Brainstorming session just means you have a Zoom call you can get on and exchange ideas and maybe set the next goal.
I just suggested that I can do that this Saturday at 11 o'clock on hopefully on Zoom. If the Zoom is available, I have to see if it's possible. But that would be a good time. Mariska, would that be possible? Can we use the Zoom?
Yeah, if you want to use it, you can use it.
Yeah. Okay. So anybody who likes to brainstorm, they can also be from Belgium. I don't mind if it's not confusing, just to inspire each other. You can, you can let me know. How can I reach them? I don't know. Because I call it post the Zoom link, but if you want to be there, type it now, then I can send it to you.
Does that sound reasonable? Is that one brainstorming call and everyone can get on? Yadharani? Yes? Okay. Okay, dear devotees, thank you very much for taking your valuable time. We'll be standing by for offering any kind of assistance that you might need in any way. And we pray to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada for your continued success in spreading Krishna consciousness all over Europe. Thank you very much. Can everyone please unmute and say Hare Krishna?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
Hare
Panchakalpalvishya. Krishna